those who feeling like they want to be fully advantaged by being in the university, you could sit on a chair, because that's the resourcing that the university's provided. Everything else here has been provided by the Youth Research Centre. But really, we can have cake now, but we thought before everyone filled their mouth and got sugar all over their teeth, we would actually do a little bit of talking and a little bit of singing. But I do think it's a very special time in the Youth Research Centre. So all of us have only known a Youth Research Centre led by Johanna Wynne.
Gosh.
And I'm incredibly old, and Johanna's just a tiny little bit older, but Helen and I have been here for decades. We came after Johanna, so we came into a world led by her, and each of you have too. And we're very thankful for the way she set up a centre with a vision for young people, for people who work with young people, for young people. And that vision has been extended to the staffing and certainly extended to the huge number of PhD students who've come to nest in that work. To nest not only in the moral vision of that work, but the academic rigour of it. And I think we've all been beneficiaries. And while this is not the end of Johanna's time by any means in the university, she's entitled at this stage to have a little bit of time when she doesn't have to feel responsible for everyone. And we all know that leadership is a great opportunity, but it's also somewhat of a burden, because you can never only focus on your area. You always have to focus on what everyone else is doing as well. So we've all got a lot to thank you for, Johanna. And while the big thank yous will come at your retirement and much more formally, this is like a little transitions focus. So we've had so many people researching transitions, and one of the key findings was that cake is protective during transition.
We have researched that over a long time.
And the one thing that's most wrong with education today is it doesn't provide enough cake for the children. So let them eat cake, and but let them also be sustained by the arts. So this is what we think will aid your transition into not feeling 100% responsible all the time, but being able to enjoy your last year, Johanna.
Thank you, Helen.
So,
I would like to say a few words. May I? A list of things I want to say, because it is a big occasion for me. I hope it's not too huge for the centre. I think it's going to be a wonderful transition. And I'm absolutely thrilled that Helen has been appointed as the new director. But I did want to, at this point in time, mark a few things. So, I actually want to acknowledge those who set up the centre many years ago, in 1989. Most people can't remember that date, I suppose, but it was the Centre for Urban Studies and Programs at the Melbourne State College. And I want to thank the first director, Bruce Wilson. I want to thank a colleague called Roger Wook, who was there to really help set it up. I was there too, but also Peter Dwyer, who was really important in those early days, and who has to be acknowledged as the person who had the foresight to set up one of our flagship research programs, the Life Patterns program. And so I just want to acknowledge that all those people were there to set up the centre, whose sense of vision and purpose for the centre haven't actually changed a lot. I came on as director in 1991, so they're still a very young centre then. I have to reflect on the fact that I was just promoted to senior lecturer at that time. Can you imagine someone who is in that situation now being appointed a director? And it turns out that when the university went to look to see, you know, the transition, that there wasn't really anyone appointed. It was a process that occurred on amalgamation between the Melbourne State College and the university, and there was a discussion about, well, would you be the director? No, why don't you do it? Okay, I'll do it. And so the university discovered it all those years later that they had to go to a lot of trouble to set it up more formally. So I don't know, perhaps I've been doing this on a pretense all this time. But anyway, what I want to do is acknowledge the people who have made the centre a success. I have been so privileged to work with such amazing people. A centre is about people, isn't it? It's not just about one person. So I owe every member of the YRC, past and present, a huge debt. And I am aware of every proposal, every project, every report, every journal article, every presentation is hard work. It's all hard work, and it has to be done over and over again. And I know how much blood, sweat and tears have been expended by people here, but also people going back into the past to create the huge legacy of this centre. And also I'm aware, having been tidying up my office and going into the storeroom, of the weight of some of that work, that our storeroom is groaning under the weight of all this production, and now a lot of it's digital, so we won't be seeing it in the storeroom hopefully, but we may have to even tidy that up. I also want to share what one of the external reviewers of our centre, we had an external review just recently, and I think this is a really nice thing to reflect on what has been achieved by everyone involved in the centre. This is actually from Andy Furlong. He says, the Youth Research Centre has national and international prominence for its research on young people and children. It is a world-class centre which is at the cutting edge of empirical and theoretical advances and is responsible for major longitudinal data sets. Thank you for those who worked on the Life Patterns project, it has been really helpful. And it draws leading academics from other countries who want to work with our team and with our data. It attracts top-class PhD students here. We have such wonderful research students. I can't speak highly enough of our research students, and also early career researchers. The centre has an excellent reputation for publications and an enviable record for securing grants. And just a few more words, because they're so glowing. The Centre's core mission is to be recognised as a world-leading centre on research on children and young people. There is no doubt that it fulfils this mission admirably. It is a go-to centre for policymakers and practitioners needing up-to-date advice on issues facing children and young people. Although there are threats from competitor centres, the centre still leads the field in Australia and is one of a small number of centres with a world-leading reputation. So I think that is, what a great credit to us all. Congratulations everyone, it's really fabulous. So I've emphasised the hard work, and I don't think you can overlook that, but there have also been a lot of laughs, perhaps especially when things go wrong, which they have sometimes. We have a lot of fun as a centre too, and I shouldn't overlook the fact that always the C in the YRC stands for cake. I think that's clear. So I am so privileged to work with such an amazing team. I just want to thank you all. I want to thank Helen especially, because how supported have I felt with Helen as a Deputy Director for so long, but also other long-standing staff like Helen Stokes, who's been at the centre for a long time, and also actually Johanna comes into that category. Roger Holdsworth, who's not here but has been really important, Malcolm, and all the folks who've come in more recently, Kylie, who's brought that wealth of insight from the Centre for Equity and Early Childhood Development. I got that wrong, but just check up with me later. Everybody, and I just am so grateful to have worked with you. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I think I can stand here and say with full confidence that the best is yet to come. Thank you, Helen.
We would both like to be upstage, Johanna and I. As we invite Malcolm,
Sorry.
whose arts-informed acknowledgement will be much richer. Do you need people standing there?
I need people to, we have a chorus lyric sheet, if people would pass it around. The tune is Curry Curryana, which is a New Zealand number.
Okay.
And as a little spoiler, as they do at Monash, if anyone's going to be distressed when we mock the New Zealand accent, you might need to leave.
We better put a few on this side too.
We might try the chorus out, and what's lovely is we have members of the original band here at risk. There are three of us here. Joe was one of them. About a decade ago we formed a YRC band. That has since morphed into the YRC choir, which is a loose conglomerate. But now bring on the antipasto. chocolate cake, potato chips. Sing along with verve and gusto. Raise your glasses to your lips. As we gather round the piano, singing sweetly as we can. Curry, curry, curryana. Here's good luck and thanks, Johanna. Now, when the chorus comes around again, I hope you'll be able to sing that. There was talk amongst the scholars at the old Institute of Ed. There are issues worth debating. There are things that must be said. And they fixed on a solution one day at morning tea. Hey, let's start a revolution and set up the YRC. Well, I guess we're all agreed that was a pretty cool idea. And Johanna's been our mighty leader for nigh on 30 years. Let us give a rousing hand as she heads towards retirement, where being courtois or grandma will be a primary requirement. Now bring on the antipasto, chocolate cake, potato chips. Sing along to the gospel, raise your glasses to your lips. As we gather round the piano, singing sweetly as we can. Curry, curry, curryana. Good luck and thanks to our Johanna. She is known across the nation, from Sandy Bay to Isles of Tiwi. The books create a real sensation. She's the YRC's own Kiwi. Generations of young people have inspired her mighty pen. So you can keep Deleuze and Bourdieu. We prefer Professor Wen. Bring on the antipasto, chocolate cake, potato chips. Sing along with verve and gusto. Raise your glasses to your lips. As we gather round the piano, sing as sweetly as we can. Curry, curry, curryana. Here's good luck, thanks, Johanna. Curry, curry, curryana. Here's good luck and thanks, Johanna.
Well, that's a bit of a tearjerker, but we did bring stock up materials. Here they are, Johanna. Here you are. And just because you might, that just brings a little bit of tear to the eye, that song. And because we're sometimes do our deliverables a little bit last minute, we've symbolised that here, but we've almost got a card ready to deliver to you, but it's not quite formatted yet because Sally wasn't here to do the final publishing. But these will come to you, and we hope that you read these little treasured messages and enjoy. So we
I shall. Thanks, everyone.
Really
Thank
enjoy.
you.
Yeah.